that? No. Okay. Whew. Just making sure. And are we on the air this time? Did you get a notification?
No.
Hold on. Something. Oh, are we on the air?
Yes.
Okay, good. I'm sorry. I was making sure as well. All right, welcome all to the Misfits Racing League sit-down talk show. Oh my goodness, it is another week of excitement, and I tell you, we are on episode 7, week 6. It's already episode 7. Man, this thing is going by fast, and I am joined by my broadcasting partner on Thursday nights, Cowboy Watson.
Howdy.
We got the league owner himself, Matty Ice.
How's it going?
We got 3 guests tonight. We got an OG of Jamie. We got Reb, who's running in the Cup Series.
What's going on?
And, of course, we have a rookie from Canada, Speedway. Gentlemen, how y'all doing? I'm all right, just surviving.
Fantastic.
So, I mean, last week was a very eventful at the tracks we went to. We went to Dover at the Cup Series. Xfinity went to Gateway and Road America. Well, we're not going to really get too much in it because it's a lot of drama, but we're not going to get into it. Given by the owner.
Given by the owner, we're not going to go too crazy.
Of the other. Who can you not hear turn over? Because if you can't hear them, then we can try to get that figured out. Yep. So... excuse me. So, again, as mentioned, Cup went to Dover to the Monster Mile. Yes, that was a 100 Speedway. Turnover says he can't hear you, bud.
Who?
Turnover says he can't hear Speedway.
Okay.
Go into your settings and make sure your voice is on always allow, bud.
He's on his phone, I think. So that's probably what it is.
Turn up. Speak up as loud as you can, then.
No, don't do that. Don't.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No.
But, we'll make it work. We can make it work.
Yes,
absolutely.
We can. Absolutely, we can. So again, Cup was at Dover, and there was only. Oh my gosh, how many did we have? I forget how many.
We had 1 caution, but I believe we had 11 drivers in the field.
I think we had 11. Yes, we did have 11, given that, 11 cars, and we had 1 caution, and I was in the back and saw. I didn't really see what happened, but GU had to start at the tail, and I guess he got caught up with Rogue and whoever else was back there. I think it was Michael, and that was our only caution, and pretty much that was it. G just took the win, and guys, 4 in a row. I mean, can this guy be stopped? Holy cow.
Yeah, he's really making that Cup Series like a one-man band type deal.
He is.
He really is, and it's not only that. He has been able to feel better than just about anybody else in the field right now. And it's starting to make these other guys start to think, it's like, what do we do now? What do we do now to make our cars better to start beating the 11, because the 11's running away with it right now, in my opinion.
He really is, and you gotta realize Gar started on the pole last week, and I think that's 2 straight poles here. Guys, I mean, it's the Michigan show, if you ask me, in Cup, and it's like it's like Gar starts on pole, and then G finishes the deal. You know, I mean. It is unbelievable, and I think it's really crazy to say that we haven't talked about Corolla being the victory lane in Cup Series, and tomorrow.
Well, Corolla did win New Hampshire. If you think.
Oh, that's right.
That was the only
forget about that. Hey, I forgot.
Yeah, Corolla won New Hampshire, but ever since New Hampshire, GU has just been on a different planet.
He really has, and yet, I mean, tomorrow is Michigan in the Cup Series, and it's a home track for all 3 of them, as right now it was Gar who set a record of a new pole with a 23-1-1-3. The record was a 23-1-6-8. 6'8", set by Smitty back in season 9. Maddie and Jamie, I know y'all know that's a name y'all haven't heard in many, many months. Many moons, if you say.
Yeah, it takes us back, huh, Jamie?
And your top 5 at Dover was GU, Mills, Rolling Duck, who loves that track as anyone, as he's told me thousands and countless times. And then you got the other 2 Michigan boys of Gar and Corolla again tomorrow, Michigan. GU wins his 5th in this season and then went 4 in a row. Gar, second pole of the season. Mills, on the other end, guys, gets his first top 10 of the season and last top 10 race. I mean,
no, his first top 5 since having the babies, actually.
That's true, and I don't know why Dave put this on here, but I put another 7th place finish at. Oh my God, I am tired of.
Oh my God,
6 straight.
7, dude.
6 straight, Maddie. I don't like it. It's just annoying. But here's the thing: if tomorrow goes as I want to go, I'm gonna be okay. I have these next 3 weeks hoping that something good comes out because I got Michigan tomorrow, Dirt tomorrow, next week, and then I got Eldora. Not Eldora. I'm sorry. Watkins Glen the following week, so I should be okay on those tracks. So.
Well, you should be happy, Nick, because I mean, you got one record right there for Misfits that probably won't ever be broken.
No, that's my second record. If you remember Dave putting where I talked for countless laps. If you remember, I think it was last season he put that.
Oh, that was a good one too.
That was just classic. But yes, I've set 2 records, y'all. I have set 2 records this time in Misfits, and both of them are amazing. Turnover, wait your turn, will you? I'm getting to that right now. However, speaking of Turnover King, the man picked up his first career Xfinity Series win at Gateway. Ladies and gentlemen, I did not think I'd say this, but I was excited, honestly, to see him get a victory. Because if you heard the broadcast last Wednesday night, I said, Corolla probably just was like, man, I feel bad for letting him not win. I'm just going to let him win. And I guess Turnover had the better runoff, and Cowboy Watson and G were in that race. And I believe you were in that race too, weren't you, Speedway?
We both were.
Yeah, Maddie, an OG winning. I mean, that is amazing to see as a league owner. Thinking, man, he has grown from when he started to winning a truck race, and then this season he goes to Xfinity. Can the Cup Series be the next victory for Turnover?
I definitely think so. I mean, again, congrats to Turnover. You know, he definitely deserved that. He's been with us for a while. He's got that win in the Truck Series. Now he's got the Xfinity. I know he's wanted that one in the Xfinity, much like Dave. And then take a little jab. But for him to get it, I mean, that's awesome. You know, it shows his improvement because, you know, he was sitting there, when am I going to get it? When am I going to get it? And then lo and behold, not only do you get it, but you beat Corolla, who dominated that race. He really did.
Yeah, he surely did.
And then not only did he dominate and he beat him, but he did it at the line.
Yes, he did. And you got to realize
it was literally a drag race down to the start-finish line, and he got him.
He did, and you got to realize
it was clean on top of it.
Very clean.
Exactly, very, very true. And you got to realize that he and Dilly worked so hard at Daytona in the season opener. Those two worked so hard, 1-2, all nights. And I tell you, and I was like, oh my gosh, Turnover's going to win Daytona, and then he's going to pick up a win, and then he had a problem, and you're like, oh my goodness, there goes a downfall. But I mean, Maddie, goodness gracious, that guy is on a roll. I think, you know, we're going to get to the Xfinity Series points in a bit, ladies and gentlemen. But Maddie, he's turned up these last couple weeks in Xfinity, if you ask me.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
And Cowboy,
there's a lot of guys turning heads in Xfinity these past couple weeks.
Right. I mean, Cowboy, you got yourself a top 10 after 2 weeks ago at Chicago, and you finished near like 11th on back, and what a great recovery. You almost got it best 7th.
No, I believe I finished 9th at Gateway, didn't I?
I was saying you almost got a 7th.
Yeah, but there's tracks that are still coming up. We've got a long ways to go.
Yes.
But I actually could have 5 top 10s if I hadn't blown the tire at Daytona right at the line. So
yes.
I'm actually very happy with how my season has gone overall. I'm still learning, but there's things that I know I can get better at that, with 4 races to go before the playoffs, But tonight's not about me. It's not about what I've done.
Right.
Yeah, I was gonna say Speedway. You're the other Xfinity guy in here, along with myself and Cowboy. How are you feeling about your season?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, Maggie can even back me up on this. If you need help with anything, like with sliders or wheel things or anything,
or just wanting to run laps, anybody's more than willing to do something.
They will say, "Hey, we can help you out with this track," and say, "Hey, here's where you got to brake, or here's what you got to do here," And also,
we got another guy in here that can vouch for that too, Reb. Reb has gone from the Xfinity right up to the Cup Series. He was truck Xfinity last year. Reb, how has that transition been for you? You're sitting 4th in the Cup points behind those Michigan boys. You think you can get up there and ruffle some feathers, maybe even at Michigan?
Man, I'm trying. That's all I can say. This North Carolina boy gonna come up there to Michigan and try.
Well, a few of us definitely think you can definitely get up there and mess with them guys. You've proven it in the Truck Series. You've proven it in the Xfinity Series. I mean, you're proving yourself in the Cup Series. So
just gotta find the consistency.
Exactly, and it really is. I think it's really going to come down to consistency right now, and as far as trying to get to where the 11 car is running in that series right now.
I'm still learning too, really. You got that much. This year, last year was first year, so I'm still learning everybody's driving style.
Oh, absolutely, and it's always. But have you been able to take kind of some of that information from what you learned from Xfinity and Truck and try to learn a little bit more now going into Cup with this being your rookie season?
Yeah, my problem is I'm a conservative driver. I try not to ruffle any feathers. I try to pass by. I'll take 5 laps to pass somebody. Before I dive bomb you.
Right.
Unless it's by mistake or anything like that. I never intentionally try to ruffle anybody. I'm an old school driver, I guess, and that's where the consistency I think is missing. Like that's why I can't get it.
Perfect way to bring it in. You want to talk about an old school driver? We got one here, Jamie, who is another Misfits OG. He's got away, had some stuff, personal life first, so he handled all that. He was able to come back, and he's running our Truck Series now. Jamie, how do you feel being back in the Misfits? Competing in the Truck Series, which you know very well. And seeing some of these new faces, some of the old faces, just touch on what you're thinking about it. Yeah.
Well, you had a really good chance at Daytona, and we had an episode a couple weeks ago where I felt like you could be a dark horse to be a championship 4, giving if you get yourself into that round of 8 with Talladega, I really feel like you could have a chance at making a little noise in the playoffs, especially with the playoff points you had earned at Daytona. Do you feel like you can get that consistency going again these next 4 weeks?
Right, and really quick, Reb, I mean, you are, was that 6 points behind third place? I mean, goodness gracious, that is, you're catching third place, and then I'm really hoping that tomorrow you can catch and get the third in points, because they wouldn't be having to be the Michigan 1-2-3, it'd be the Michigan 1-2.
Well, Michigan's a good track for her, or at least it was on the game I come from.
Right.
So I used to love to run it a lot, to be honest. So it's still a little different, but I got a little speed. I don't know if I'm as fast as them, but maybe I could find it during the race.
Right, and your cut points before I move on to another topic is GU with 232 right now, and then GAR with 206, Corolla 199, Reb 193, myself 181, Mills with 153. Michael 137, Rogue, our Xfinity broadcaster with me, is 135, and RKM, the lone 9th place Cup guy, with 92. And, tomorrow's going to be very, very interesting, if you ask me. And also, the pole Corolla put was, he broke Keystone's record from season number 9. Keystone hit a 23.236. Corolla beat that with a 23.180. However, the fastest lap again was broken, but this time by full pull, broke Smitty's record of a 23.218. I'm sorry, 23.
I don't think. Hold on, Nick.
Go ahead.
I don't think those are the right times either. That should actually be 33 and not 23 for Gateway.
Yes, I'm so sorry. You might be right, because...
No, because there's no way...
yes, you're probably right. I'm so sorry. Yes, you're probably right, because Dave probably typed this thing up too fast.
Probably typed it too fast. I was going to say, that's probably 33, not 23, because there's no way.
Well, 33,
I'm whipping around at 23 seconds unless I've got... Denny Hamlin's car with a lot of illegal traits in there.
Yes, I'm so sorry. Yes, very good point. I am Dave. Oh my goodness.
Before we go away from Cup too far, I do want to say I want to shout out the top 3 in the points. By the way, they're fast.
They are
It's a privilege racing against them.
Fast. Yes, they are. They are fast. But Reb, actually, another thing for you. I mean, being the lone rookie in Cup, you're gonna get that Rookie of the Year. but
What a challenge!
Here's the thing with it: it's not like you're not earning it, because you being that lone rookie sitting up there 4th in points, being behind GU, GAR, Corolla, who we know are super quick. I mean, that's showing something.
It is.
So big props
How about
to
a good
you.
start?
And also that name that you just mentioned, Full Pull, keep an eye on that guy, because he's going to be making some noise here in Misfits very soon. He's only eligible right now for the Xfinity and the Truck Series, and he's taking trucks by storm. And not to mention he's climbing up the Xfinity points. He's getting a lot of those fastest laps. I mean, I think Full Pull, Cowboy, you're going to have to look out for Full Pull, because your Rookie of the Year is
not safe.
You got a nice gap, but come playoffs, that's when everything changes.
Exactly.
It's a brand new game coming to the playoffs. I'm not worried. Here's the thing: I'm not worried about a Rookie of the Year thing or anything, because the playoffs change everything.
It really did.
Well, they do.
Playoffs change everything. Mm-hmm. I mean, they could have 4 points on me going into the playoffs, but they could have a bad race or two, and I could have 2 good races, and it flips.
Yeah, right. I mean, perfect example is the Truck Series points right now. I mean, you got Full Pull and Corolla both with those 6 playoff points, so that's going to put them 1-2. If the playoffs were to say start tomorrow, Full Pull and Corolla are sitting 1-2. But then the guy that's in here, Jamie, you move all the way up to 3rd with those 3 playoff points. So it's really Full Pull, Corolla. Yeah, you need to, because believe me, I am putting you in there as a.
I think you're okay there, but I'm telling you, like I said, Jamie, I had you as a dark horse to make the championship 4.
And that's you know what still gets on my nerves, Jamie? You know what still gets on my nerves is that you got me at Auto Club seasons ago, and you cost me my win. It was bad. Maddie, weren't you in that race that night?
I was.
Dude, I was so mad. I was like, Jesus. And then Jamie's like, Nick, how much guy? I'm like, oh, dang.
You're like, I think I got it. Oh, shoot.
I was going to say, wasn't it Jamie the one that pointed out, hey, Nick, how are you looking? And then he went on by you?
He put me through hell, man. I'm blaming Jamie anytime, dude. Thanks, Jamie. He made my life. He made my Misfits racing living hell sometimes. But yet, I will. Yeah, but you know what? You know what? I put that behind me and won me a race at Homestead and got me a championship. So I was like, you know what? Yeah, I know Jamie ain't here, but I got what I need, and I tell you, that was the best thing. But. Oh no! I'm here's the thing. If I wanted
the race that Nick won, he earned that. He earned it because I was hunting him down, and then he straightened it out. You did it. You got it fair and square, and same with your championship, man.
Well, you gotta realize this too, Matt. If you watch my perspective on that last restart, what was his name? Oh my gosh. Cracker didn't go on the restart and jacked up the whole back of the field. That's what caused everything to. And then I think you went one way and Brandon went the other, or someone went one way and the other went the other way on the pit road. I'm not paying attention to the leaderboard. And I look up, I'm like, wait, I'm leading? Oh, that must be okay. That might be stupid. And of course that had to happen. But really quick, Matt, you are sitting above that cutoff by 5 points, man. Missing last week was kind of a bummer.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, the Truck Series is kind of my hit or miss type series. If I make it, great. If I don't, I'm not bummed out about it.
Well, here's the thing. If you miss the playoffs, come up and join us. Come on and join us.
If I miss the playoffs and I can't, if I got the night wifey free, I'll be up there with you guys 100%.
Heck yeah.
Especially because this truck series, the way that we've kind of revamped the trucks to where it's open. Anybody and everybody can race in the truck series. You're going to gain points. It's wide open. So it's literally everybody in the league. It's all the rookies, it's the veterans, it's the mid cards. I mean, you got such a mix in the truck series where I'm kind of looking at it where if you can pull off a truck series championship in Misfits now, it's kind of bigger than Cup. Yes, the Cup series, the faster cars, it's the cream of the crop, yes, but we also only want the best drivers over there in Cup, whereas trucks, it's the mix of everything. So if you can sit there and get a championship with the mix of everything, that shows your driving talent.
It really does. And speaking of trucks, we had an Xfinity regular make a spot start in trucks this past week that really impressed me with the second place finish with Ziles. That was really impressive with that 99 truck this past week.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
No, especially with Road. Well, he did state in his interview that Road America is one of his favorite road courses. So, with him doing a spot start, it was a great run.
Ziles is one of those drivers who is sneaky good.
Absolutely.
You don't really kind of, and it's the same in Xfinity. I mean, I find myself kind of like how I am with Dave, right along with Ziles all the time. It's like the three of us are always somehow around each other. I've never had an issue with him. So, I've always been raised clean with him. yes, there has been some times where we've bumped and banged, but there is a my bad. There's a message after the race, something like that. Ziles is one of those guys to keep an eye out on too, because he's a former champion, so he knows how to get it done.
He did win. He did win Xfinity Series championship, so. That is true. So, but he is the Joey Logano of the Truck Series, if you ask me. So, but at Speedway right now, really quick, looking at the truck points.
How dare you insult him like that?
Hey man, it's his birthday, man. You gotta say it's his birthday, man.
Happy birthday, Ziles.
Happy birthday, Ziles.
Yeah, happy birthday, Ziles.
The best part is it's not really his birthday, but
no. If y'all know, if you know us, we do this little joke, and if it's in my league as well, where it's a funny joke where Ziles does it. It's like if someone says something, he's like, "Oh, happy birthday, Maddie," or "Happy." It gets a laugh out of everyone,
and it annoys Dave.
It does. But Maddie Piff joined the stream, says he's wrecking you this week, so.
I'm not one bit surprised by that either.
I'm not either. So what's the point, man? But really quick, Speedway, you are 4 points below the cutoff. What do you have to do this week at Darlington to gain those 4 points on Rogue and lock yourself in when the playoff comes around? You know.
I gotta score stage points number one that I have picked off because I haven't had the stage the last 3 weeks.
Oh no.
I put, I think, 500 laps in for Darlington this week already. So that's through the trucks and Xfinity. I'm really taking the time because I really want to lock myself to the playoffs with Xfinity and
Absolutely, man.
I'm just gonna clean up a few things, and I think half my problem is I was being too nice and generous. I don't ever want to wreck anybody and hit anybody on. I need to be more aggressive and make a little better move.
Well, Darlington's the track where you can do that at.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, here's the thing, though. Hold on. Darlington's a patience and rhythm track. You've got to make the passes stick at that track. You really do, because if you don't, it's for every driver. It's for every driver because of how narrow it is.
So you know what's going to stick in the Xfinity Series? The 9 in the wall.
Oh, love it.
I can't wait to see the 99 and the 9 collide in front of me if that's the case.
You can ask RKM. He'll tell you. I know how to do it. Done it a couple times. Mm-hmm. And if we're coming down, me and him, for the checkered, I'll definitely do it again.
Your top 5 after the last in the Xfinity truck race. Your top 5 was Turnover took the victory over Corolla, Zios, G-Pre, and Eternal. Maddie, your buddy Eternal getting a top 5 after having a crapshoot at Gateway and then turning that thing into a top 5. Man, what the heck?
Yeah, I mean,
cautions.
Here's the thing. It's gonna bring the rest of the season is gonna bring surprises. Eternal he's a good racer. I mean, I would not be surprised whatsoever to see him up there at, say, Talladega, a few other tracks that we reckon. He can easily you do actually. He can easily get up there and mingle with some of the guys. He's got the speed, he's got the talent. He's another one that's kind of like low-key, sneaky good. He's just found himself some bad luck in a lot of these races, which tends to happen. I mean, if you look at the Xfinity points right now, Fula, he's up there leading the points. Last season, he was mid to bottom, all because of bad luck. Sometimes you need that luck to go your way. It is for him this season. He's pulled out a couple wins. He's leading the points.
Consistent.
Been consistent. Yeah, he's showing what he can really do when he has some type of luck go his way. But Turnover, mention him again. He's proven he can compete with him, and he's come down to Xfinity and shown, hey, I'm here I want to win this championship. Yeah, When Turnover asked me to come to Xfinity, I was like, "Are you sure?" Because dude, you are Cup 100%. There's no ifs ands or buts. And he was like, "Yeah, I really want to try the Xfinity. I want to mingle with that a little bit." And ever since he did that, I mean, his stats are showing it.
It's some magic he's got going on over there, man. It's that weed he's probably smoking, Matty. It's probably that,
It's something.
I tell you, I've heard that, man. But
to be honest with you, I think it's motivation too. To be honest with you,
it is motivation.
I do too. Honestly, I think a lot of it is, like I said before, he had messaged me, man. I want to win. I want to win. I want to get that win. Now that he's got that win and got that monkey off his back, I mean, look out.
Yes, and another driver, again, you've mentioned him before, trying to get that monkey off his back, is Dave. I mean, oh my gosh, how many seasons has he been in this league and he still hasn't won?
F Dave.
Well, I was going to say bye, Jamie. Nice talking to you, but
you probably had to go with the kids.
Right.
Yeah, it's okay. It was nice having him. Thank you for being with us, Jamie.
Yes, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Your top 5 for trucks was at Road America was Corolla, Zios, Duck, Full Pool, and Piff. And again, Full Pool is that guy who, you remember, he won the first 2 races, and I tell you, he's looking for more wins. Gentlemen, I think he's going to get one eventually. And I texted him
It's gonna be interesting, especially with the tracks we have coming up for trucks.
Yeah, I mean you gotta realize, he's doing really good in points, and him and Corolla are pretty dang close on points. They are 3 points separated, and
I think it's been basically the 74 and the 21 type of show for the most part. And we saw it at Daytona with the beat and bang finish.
Oh, 100%.
And it almost seems like it's been sort of a prelude of, between those two guys, because they've combined for 4 of the 6 wins so far in the trucks.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, but I think as the season goes on, the one thing is the guys that are, your GUs, your Corollas, the guys that can save, they're at that advantage. The other guys that are here that are, I'm going to run straight forward. I'm going to run flat out. You saw me do it with Corolla at Charlotte. I was running flat out. I knew he was saving, but the guys that can save have that advantage.
Correct.
There's going to be guys that come in and start doing some different things, and I think you start seeing some different people in victory lane.
Oh, 100%. I mean,
that goes for all the series. To be honest with you, it could happen.
Yeah, every series, every single one.
Really quick, I'm going to ask this to Reb really quick. Reb, as a Cup guy, as a competitor, as a Cup driver, where do you see yourself getting that very first Cup win? Since you shocked us all last season at Dover in the Truck Series, man.
Well, I ain't gonna lie. That was Corolla's race. The only reason why I won it is because he miscalculated his fuel. But still, a win's a win. You get it however, right? So, I don't know. I really had high hopes for Dover this past week. It didn't work out, obviously. I'm not sure. I got to beat them first 3 first.
Yeah, I mean, the season's almost done anyway. But I mean,
you still got
only
halfway. There's plenty of time still to be able to get that win.
Yeah, but at the same time, Reb, you've got a good. I mean, you got Michigan this week, Bristol Dirt. Then you look a little bit farther down the schedule. You got Talladega, which we know your history with the plate tracks. You edged Corolla Daytona in the Truck Series. I have plenty of faith you could do it again in the Cup Series at Talladega. You got Atlanta, which in Misfits, we run that track on HD. With these new cars, I mean, it is...
Yeah.
It's pretty gnarly. It's awesome. It's
pretty
good. I mean...
Pretty sketchy, if you ask me.
It's not that. It's not that. It's not that. Atlanta eats up tires.
Yes,
Yeah,
that is
but
another.
I'm good at managing tires, so that's what
I was gonna say,
and that race could come down to tire management more than fuel management, in my opinion.
Oh, agree.
Yeah.
That is very true.
And
just
kind
know I'm
of
giving it all.
let's see the same question to Speedway. Speedway, where do you think you'll have your best showing in the next couple of weeks here over in the Xfinity side?
Honestly, I really think it's been done just because like all the time this track and kind of sees my driving style, it requires patience. I'm not much for a dive while I'm loose. Like that low percentage move. Everything's calculated. I try to support everything I do. I really think diving is going to be one for me.
Oh, yeah,
I already know which one it could be for me, though.
Which one? What are you saying?
Kentucky, Indianapolis, or Talladega.
You ain't getting nothing at Talladega. I already told you that.
I'm coming after you at Talladega.
Nah, that mega race, you might as well already make the poster. Put my name on it.
Give him the crown.
Oh no!
What am I going for here?
Freight train you.
I believe I'm going for a drive for 5. Am I not wrong?
We're gonna freight train you.
Hold on,
We're
Matty,
gonna freight train you, Matty.
I'm sorry to say this, Watson, but I've got to go with Matty on this one. I'm agreeing with him, so sorry.
Hey, like I say, we might see a 2-3 wide racing for that checkered at Talladega, because there's gonna be a lot. There's gonna be a packed field.
Last season, this race, the whole reason why this race is back where it is going into that final race before the playoffs with the points being kind of I mean, look at the finish last year. I only got the win because I was able to go 3 wide coming to the line. So I could easily see that happening again, not necessarily with me, but with any one of these guys that are here. You look at JPR in Xfinity is the monster, is the scary one.
It really is, especially.
He had to drop down, so he dropped down because his work schedule. So he's out here, he's working on getting to that 200-point threshold.
He needs 70 points this week.
But we all know this. For JPR, that's nothing. That's nothing.
Exactly. I mean, if that was
he'll be okay with that 2 weeks.
Sure.
So you take a guy like that, and then you throw in all the other what ifs. Like Cowboy. He's proven he's a decent at a plate track.
He really is.
You got that. Eternal. Who's not to say Eternal sneaks up in there?
I'll say this, Matty, because Talladega could actually be at any buddy track. I'll tell you where I think where my breakthrough comes through, and that's Indianapolis.
Oh,
Indianapolis.
I know how to save gas and go backwards with the strategy if it stays green.
It
could run that way. Nick. If you look at how 2013 played between Newman and Johnson, it could come down to strategy. It all depends on the flow of the race.
Yeah, that's how I did my first win in trucks, and I knew the strategy. I still know the strategy at Homestead. I don't tell anyone my strategy unless they really want to know.
You don't tell anybody the strategy, but you got to figure out what your strategy, what you can do in practices ahead of time. Oh, this is what I got in the gas tank. This is what might do in the race.
Well, here's the thing.
But here's the thing. You can take so much from a practice session and try to relate it into race trim, but you got to make sure that you make it stick.
Yeah.
At the same time. And
what did I tell you when you first came in? You said I'm going to practice. I'm going to do this, that, and I told you flat out, do all that. That's great. Get the time, get the seat time, but it's not going to compare to when you get into the league race.
It really doesn't, and that's why I do try to get in as many practices as I can with these guys when they do get on for practice, so that way I can go, hey, this is where I can shift, this is where I'm running my line.
That's what the offline practice is great with. all-time practice is really with learning your shifts.
It really is, and I learned a lot the other night when we did a Darlington practice as well. So I was able to run some good, consistent laps, and was able to, keep myself,
The best way to practice is to throw a message up in the chat. Hey, can anybody hop on?
Absolutely.
Make a chat, and then you guys can all get in one chat.
Absolutely. I think we had about 5 or 6 guys that jumped over for a Darlington practice the other night, and we had a great time doing that.
And here's the thing: I never translated I never got that strategy when I won my first race. I never knew what the heck I was doing at the time, so I was like, I'm just gonna throw it in. See, Nick, here's the thing that I feel when it comes to league racing, and that goes for everybody. Nobody ever knows where that first win's gonna happen. They always want it to happen at this track, but you really never know where it's gonna happen. Yeah. You just gotta let the race. You gotta let the race flow. Exactly. Honestly, that's yes. I mean, you just look at you look at Dave. He's been in here so long. You don't even know when that win's gonna happen for him. You don't even know, but it's gonna happen eventually. Hopefully,
not if the 99's behind him.
I want to say this really quick.
I swear, if there was 2 magnets attracted to each other, it's the 99 and the 7 cars every week.
100%.
I think I saw this on Wednesday night's broadcast. The 9 and 99 were like one was looking at you guys were looking at each other, entering 2 and just saying, I'm just here wrecked. Are you wrecked? Yeah, I'm wrecked. I saw that, Maddie. So you guys wrecked for some odd reason. I don't know what the problem was. I thought I saw something about that. I saw Piff, you looking at Piff looking at it's like, okay.
So I'll throw this out there. Like, we all know, when it comes to the points, RKM does the Cup, I do the Xfinity, Dave does the trucks. Me and Dave have swapped the 4th position in points for the last 3 weeks straight.
In Xfinity.
The last 3 weeks in Xfinity, Dave and I have swapped back and forth with the 4th place, and every single week, like I said, I think it was last week, I'm always around the 7. Always.
You did say that last week, and I was like,
although I do owe him one, because it may not have happened. Not have happened on his screen, but on my screen, he should have blocked on me.
He owes him a block eye is what he's trying to say in return.
Well, you still got one on me when I dumped you at Bristol a couple seasons ago to get that free pass. You still got that on me. I know you did.
I don't know about that one on you. I don't really race with you that much. I'm worried about the guy that I race week in, week out. That if I qualify 3rd, he's qualifying 2nd or 4th.
Look. The only bad thing Maddie's had happen this season is him hitting everything at Vegas, including the damn pace car. Okay.
Even the pace car. I definitely got the pace car.
That's gonna be me at Bristol Dirt, and I get that. If I'm gonna get that in the talk show, when that comes around in 2 weeks, I'm gonna be like, I was being a little aggressive at Bristol Dirt. So,
just so if we have listeners out there that are hearing this, and you hear me talk about Dave like this, in all honesty, that guy is like a big brother.
He is a great gentleman.
He's a great friend. He's a good person. He's everything you could ask for as an admin.
He does everything to make everything put together. Real quick, next week, we are going to be going to Bristol Dirt for a Cup. I don't know where Xfinity is, but I know next week is Eldora. My gosh, Eldora is next week. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be one of the best races we're going to probably have. I think Daytona, that stream better skyrocket over Daytona because it is double points. Heat races, you name it. It is going to be amazing. I am excited for next week.
Same here as well, Nick. I am very excited for us in the booth to be not only we're going to be calling 2 heat races, but a main event as well. And 150 laps at Eldora. I'm ready. Let's get the dirt ready, and let's get those trucks out there.
We got Kentucky Nick after Darlington next week.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's going to be Kentucky. It's okay. Kentucky for Xfinity.
That's the one thing is, so normally when we have Eldora coming up in the trucks, we try to make it like a dirt weekend. So it's right around the same time the Cup guys go to Bristol Dirt, trucks are at Eldora. There's nothing for Xfinity. So how I looked at it was, okay, what can I throw in there to just kind of make it like I think Kentucky might be a wild horse race. So,
get your horse ready at that track.
Exactly.
Kentucky Derby. It's going to be the Kentucky Derby.
But you guys are right. That Eldora race is going to be awesome.
I swear that is going to be.
I'm telling you, me and Nick have been sitting on ready as far as that Eldora race goes. And to let our viewers know, we will have Dave on our show next week as he will explain to us how Eldora works.
Very true. And the next 3. Okay, so really quick. After this week, 3 more races until playoffs, guys, and playoffs are just right around the corner. And if you're a guy
for Xfinity and truck,
yes, for trucks,
because Cup is that old school point system.
Yes,
yep.
Yes, and I think this is whoever is below that cutoff in truck or Xfinity, you gotta get on your high horse and get moving because playoffs are 3 races away. You cannot be messing around now. And also, Maddie, I want to say that maybe Mustang makers can make you a crown because if you win Talladega, they should make you that. Just put it on top of your head, send a picture, and be like, here's my restrictor plate crown. I'm keeping it.
I'm boasting and bragging about my recent plate wins, but honestly, when we go into Talladega, I'm not. Yeah, okay, I'm kind of doing like the cockiness where, yeah, give it to me, but at the same time, I also know it's not mine. It's up for grabs. Anybody and everybody could win that race, and it wouldn't necessarily be the end of my plate. I mean, that's my bread and butter. Everybody has their bread and butter when it comes to a track. Mine just so happens to be plate tracks. I just so happen, for some reason, it works out good for me, but then you also got guys like RKM over on the Cup side who hate plate tracks, run amazing there.
Here's the thing that I've always learned when it comes to sports, if you think about it, guys. Think about way back in the 70s when the UCLA Bruins won all those games and, when the Yankees won all the World Series titles. Streaks are made to be broken in sports.
Exactly.
Nothing I'm a UNC and a Red Sox fan, and you just mentioned the 2 teams that
the Celtics winning so many championships, the Bulls. I get.
It seems like that's why I like you.
Like I say, and things in general in sports, streaks come to an end.
What is it? What's the saying? Expect the unexpected?
Expect the unexpected. That's exactly what they say, especially in racing. Expect the unexpected.
Especially in misfits, because, it comes out of nowhere.
Especially.
I'm going to have to hop off, y'all. I appreciate the invite.
We appreciate you for joining us. Have a good night.
Thank you so much for joining tonight there.
Oh, yeah.
I too am going to be hopping off here in a minute.
We are going to end it in a minute, but I may...
Let's go ahead and get our sponsors out there.
Yeah.
Mustang Makers, Printaholics, Beneath the Oaks podcast. You can listen to them on Spotify, on your phone, your tablet, wherever. I listened to their recent episode about last week, and they cracked me up earlier today.
Oh, this week's even better.
I'd love to hear that. And Tom
Co-Prince.
Thank you. I'm going to let you do that one since I may have a tongue twister on that. But again, want to thank those guys, especially Beneath Oaks. We appreciate you representing us with your podcast.
Giving us the shout-outs.
Yes,
absolutely. We do appreciate that.
We do. And, of course, we want to thank Printaholics for making our trophies and all this fun stuff.
No, Printaholics is the shirts.
I'm sorry,
Yeah, they do the
Printaholics is the
shirts.
shirts.
Mustang Makers.
Mustang
Mustang
Makers,
Makers
thank you.
does the
I'm
trophies.
tired today, man. Mustang Makers, we provide. Thank you so much for providing and making our trophies. Printaholics for making the T-shirts. Whatever. We're hoping to get more merch out there for y'all. If you want to get the merch, let Dave or Maddie know in advance.
Yep.
Anyways, with that being said, we are
Don't forget, folks. Wednesday and Thursday night, Nick and Rogue will be in the booth Wednesday night to call the Darlington race. Me and Nick will be in the booth Thursday night to call the Darlington race, as we start our pre-race shows at 8:15 Eastern and races at 8:30 Eastern. We look forward to you guys viewing us. We appreciate you guys, and we're almost up to 100 subscribers. So please, if you're enjoying our views, spread the word out. We would love more viewers to check us out when they can.
Very true.
Yeah,
yes.
Well, if you got pointers or anything like that, advice, feel free, drop it in there, leave us a comment.
Absolutely.
Or you can also hang around and play and say, hey, here's who's going to win. Who's going to win the poll? I always say that. You can always tag along and say, this driver's going to win. This guy's going to get the poll. This guy's going to
Absolutely. We're going to have, in the booth, it's going to be a little more, try to be a little more active with the people on YouTube that do leave comments as well. So that is something that we're trying to add into the booth as we move along in the season.
With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to close
Hotel
this.
Darlington.
Yes, sir.
Happy tree.